People love to talk about winners. They celebrate the loud ones, the ones posting every achievement, the ones announcing every goal before they've even started. But there's another kind of winner. You barely notice them until one day they seem impossible to catch. No dramatic speeches, no constant motivation, no desperate need for attention, just results. And here's the strange part. Most people completely misunderstand why these people keep winning. It isn't because they're smarter. It isn't because they're luckier. And it definitely isn't because they work 20 hours a day. Their biggest advantage is almost invisible. Once you see it, you'll never look at successful people the same way again. Because the people who quietly win at everything are playing a completely different psychological game. Imagine two people starting the exact same journey. Both have the same amount of talent, the same opportunities, the same number of hours every day. One spends months telling everyone about their plans. I'm launching a business. I'm getting in shape. I'm learning a new skill. Every conversation becomes another announcement. The other person says almost nothing. They disappear. Months later, one has a collection of excuses. The other has a collection of results. Why? The answer begins with one of the strangest tricks your brain plays on you. Psychologists call it social reward substitution. Your brain doesn't always know the difference between talking about success and actually achieving it. When people praise your ambition, when they admire your goals, when they say, "That's amazing," your brain gets a small reward, a little hit of satisfaction. The dangerous part? That reward can reduce your urgency to do the difficult work. You accidentally feel like you've already accomplished something. The quiet winner avoids this trap. They don't feed on applause. They save the reward for the finish line. Think about how often people post, "Day 1." Now think about how rarely they post, "Day 100." The beginning is exciting. The middle is silent. And winners live in the middle. That's where almost everyone quits. Here's another secret. Quiet winners rarely chase motivation. That sounds impossible because motivation is what everyone talks about. But motivation is emotional, and emotions change. One day you feel unstoppable. The next day you don't even want to get out of bed. If your success depends on how inspired you feel, you're handing your future over to your mood. Quiet winners build something much stronger. Systems. The alarm rings. They wake up. Not because they're motivated, because that's simply what happens every morning. The workout begins. The book opens. The business grows one small decision at a time. Nothing dramatic. Nothing cinematic. Just repetition. Your brain eventually stops negotiating. The habit becomes your default identity. And identity is far more powerful than motivation. Most people ask, "How do I stay motivated?" Quiet winners ask, "How do I make this automatic?" Those are completely different questions. Now here's something even stranger. The people who quietly win often look slower than everyone else. Watch social media for 5 minutes. Someone made 10 predictions. Someone else announced 5 projects. Someone started 3 businesses. It looks like incredible progress. But movement isn't always progress. Imagine trying to dig 10 wells at once. You dig 5 feet here, 3 feet there, 7 feet somewhere else. You'll never reach water. Now imagine digging 1 well every single day without stopping. Eventually, you reach something everyone else missed. Depth. Quiet winners don't chase everything. They ignore almost everything. Psychologists call this selective attention. Your brain can only deeply focus on a limited number of priorities. Every new distraction steals energy from what actually matters. This is why successful people often appear boring. They eat similar meals, keep similar schedules, repeat similar routines. They protect their attention like it's priceless. Because it is. Attention creates decisions. Decisions create actions. Actions create identity. Identity creates your future. The loud world tells you to do more. Quiet winners become better at doing less. Better. Now let's talk about something almost nobody notices. Ego. Most failures don't begin with lack of ability. They begin with protecting an image. People avoid looking like beginners. They avoid asking questions. They avoid admitting mistakes. Why? Because their ego is trying to survive. But the quiet winner has a strange relationship with embarrassment. They expect it. They're willing to look inexperienced. They're willing to fail privately. While others protect their reputation, they're improving it. Think about learning any new skill. The fastest learner is usually the one least afraid.